Hi and welcome to Bubs and Tots. Now, as a first-time mum or as a new parent, one of the things that we're always looking out for is, okay, is my child meeting the developmental milestone? You know, are they walking at the right time? Are they eating the right foods? We're constantly always thinking about. Now, once they get past that stage and you know that they're eating well and their sleep habits, everything has worked out well for you and for their routine, we start to think about some of the bigger things, like are they speaking? And if they're speaking, then okay, great. When can we start teaching them stuff like the alphabet, for example? Now, my 26-day technique, I actually I discovered it on my own as I was teaching my son his alphabet because he was just not interested in learning it at all. Now, some kids, I know that they can easily pick up on the alphabet from songs or from just plain activity. They can easily learn it and they love to do it. But some other kids, like my son, did not want to have anything to do with it. So I knew that I had to find out a way to kind of incorporate him into learning it and still make it fun. So for them, learning the alphabet, I mean, there's the uppercase and lowercase, and you know, English is a beautiful language. It's very difficult at times, especially when they get older, but it all starts with the alphabet. And my 26-day technique, it worked great on my son, and I just wanted to share with you guys. So if those of you who are out there and they're struggling to try to get their kids interested in learning their ABCs, then maybe you could try this and see how it goes. My son was 3, and even at this age he had learned his numbers. He could count up to 10, but when it came to, you know, hey, let's work on the ABC, do you want to do the song? And no, did not want to have anything to do with the alphabet. So this is when I developed this technique. Now, like I said, this technique worked great for me and for him. He was over the age of 3 and he was able to speak, which of course helps. Now, it's fun, it's engaging, it doesn't require much at all. So all you're going to need is some flashcards, for example, some alphabet flashcards. You know, usually we all have these lying around in the house, something like this that have got the letters on them. Now, even if you don't have the flashcards, you can make your own, whether it's on a piece of paper or some cardboard. It's really not much to it. The most important thing is to have the letter, for example, the letter A, and the middle of the page, paper or cardboard, have a little card. It's small is good. Obviously, they should be able to see it, but you don't want something big. Once you've got your flashcards and you're ready to begin, it's always good to start at the beginning. Even if your child does know some of the letters and they're struggling with only a few, it's good to start at the beginning. It kind of gets them into the mood and engages them as well. So the best thing to do is always obviously start at the letter A. And what I would do is I would start in the morning around breakfast time, and I'll pull out my flashcard and I'll give it to my son, and I'll tell him, you know, this is the letter A, this is going to be your friend for today. And I make it into a big deal that, you know, this is your friend, don't forget about him, you know, take him with you for your eating or just keep him with you. And the next thing is then I just let him get on with his day, whether he's playing or doing whatever he's doing. But the most important thing, and this is your part in this, parents, is to ask him consistently throughout the day, hey, where's your friend? And then he pull out his card and be like, okay, so who's your friend today? A. Okay, what sound does the A make? And you say, you know, A makes the sound. So by working like that and asking him throughout the day, he kind of gets into this, you know, playful mood that, oh, I've got a friend, I've got to look out for him. Where is the friend? This is the friend is the letter A, and it makes the sound. The most important thing, like I mentioned, is consistency. So that would be 4 times, 5 times, even 6 times. You know, you're walking around, you're cooking. Hey, mate, where's your friend? What's your friend's name? A. Okay, what sound does the A make? And by doing that, by the end of the day, they should be able to know and pull out their card and, you know, say this is the letter A. And then what happens is after this, once the next day comes along, again, over breakfast is always the best time to start, is you would ask them, oh, okay, so where's your friend? Oh, there's your friend. Okay, great. So if they know without you saying anything that, you know, that friend is the letter A and it makes the sound, then you're ready to move on to the next letter. So then you would say, okay, great, pass me the letter A. He's a new friend. You're going to get a new friend today. So make it a big deal that, you know, he's getting a new friend today. And now the friend is the letter B. So make sure you look after him. Don't get him dirty. Where is it? Keep him with you the entire day. So by doing that, it's giving him a letter a day. And it's kind of a fast approach, but it's very effective. I found it effective. Most important thing, I guess, would be to go through the letters that he has already learned and make sure that he knows that when you pull out the card and ask him what letter it is, he can recognize it and tell you before you tell him. And if it's, for example, if he's just done the letter B for the previous day, and you're during breakfast time and you pull out the letter B and say, what letter was this? And if he's struggling to recognize, then you would have to say, okay, well, keep B with you, don't forget about B. And maybe halfway through the day during lunchtime, you'd be able to introduce the next letter, because he's now learned the letter B. So go at your pace, go more importantly at your child's pace. But your key, the key thing here is consistency, parents. If you do it and consistently keep reminding him what it is and what letter it is, then this technique will work. A letter a day for 26 days, the alphabet will be done.